Welcome back to Life Unpacked. Today I will be unpacking my weight loss journey. So for some background on that, in my 30s I lost 100 pounds and I kept that off for several years. And then I started to work from home during COVID and I have remained at home since then, and my weight slowly gained back up again and I am back to my original starting weight, a little bit above my original starting weight actually. Now I'm at the point where I'm 40, I'm looking to lose that weight. I've been talking to my doctors, and while I'm happy with the way I'm just happy with the way I look. I don't feel the need to lose weight. However, my doctors do tell me that, my joints could be a problem as I get older than this. So I really want to get healthier for that. I want to be able to travel in my retirement and be able to do lots of different experiences that I know I get held back from because of my size. I do want to invest in long-term life insurance and health insurance, and I may get denied that because of my size. So this kind of stuff I need to take into consideration as I'm getting older. I have been working with a weight loss clinic through my doctor, and we are at the point where they wanted to put me onto a GLP-1 to increase my weight loss. However, my insurance has denied me of that. And in all honesty, I was not necessarily interested in taking a GLP-1. Just a lot of questions as to if it's right for me. Long-term health side effects from taking medication when I've done it in the past and I should be able to do it again. So I started this YouTube channel mostly to motivate me, keep me accountable, and to really push through this wall that I'm hitting now that I'm 40. It's harder to lose this weight. I've been trying since August and it's barely moving. I mean, it's moving. My doctor says I should be proud of where it is moving, but I want more. I'm craving the push at this point. So here we are. So this day I was doing some grocery shopping for the meal prep, and one of my things that was a victory was I actually skipped buying these sodas. They're the holiday ones and I really wanted to try them, so I'm really proud that I skipped them. I did go home and started to make the chicken for the week, so I found this orange chicken sauce in my pantry and decided that that would be a good thing to use for the half of the chicken. For the other half of the chicken, I used this pork and poultry rub from Traeger. I just sprinkled that on each side. Added a little bit of salt to each side. And then I saran wrapped these and left them in the refrigerator for about an hour. Now it's time to grill. Well, It's dark and gray and cold, and I'm sore from going to the gym earlier. But even though it's raining, we have a Traeger grill in the garage because this time of year it gets a little bit cold and we get snow. So we move our grill into the garage, therefore we can keep using it through the winter time. So even though I don't want to be outside, I'd rather be inside reading or playing a video game or coloring, anywhere but this cold, rainy garage. We gotta do this. So I've got my chicken all set, and the grill is heating up. It's never fun to do grilling when you really don't want to, but by getting this done, I was able to have chicken for my salads all week long. I actually ended up having too much, so some of it got frozen for the next week. It's always nice to have that protein ready and in the fridge, so then that way when you don't really know what to do, sometimes you could just grab a piece of chicken and not even put it on anything else. It's a good little snack to have. So we have our orange chicken and then our regular 2 chickens. So what I'm going to do is just put these on lids, and they're going to go in the fridge just like this for salads this week for lunch. So the first thing I do in the mornings usually is kind of kick around in the morning. I drink water in the mornings now instead of coffee. My nutritionist suggested that I get rid of the coffee because it's putting a lot of cream sugar in it. So I kind of hang out in the morning and just watch some YouTube and take it slow waking up. It's 7 o'clock now, so I've got to feed the dogs. And I'll start breakfast for myself here in a minute. Cooking, I'm gonna do up half of a bagel. Trying to cut back on these, but I already have them in the house, so I'm going to use them up. I'm not gonna let food go to waste, but I will cut back on them. I use this seasonal butter that I found. It's cinnamon sugar.
Probably not the best when you're trying to lose weight again, but again, I have it. I'm not gonna let that go to waste. I use it sparingly. Ooh, my bagel's a little more burnt than I like it to be. And there we go. We have our spinach eggs white scramble with an egg in it, and a bagel with some butter, and my drink. So day number 1, and it's snowing. We're supposed to go to the gym tonight, but now we will probably be staying home. I have a Peloton, so I will be getting on that tonight, and Jeff will probably go to the treadmill. But yep, we're gonna stay here tonight. Asher, what are you doing?
Let's go up and down. Good. Rib cage down, shoulders back, chest lifted. Nice and proud. Do not hunch forward. Do not hunch.
All right, done with workout day number 1. Freshly showered. My hair's still wet. I'm gonna start dinner, and then we'll get the hair dried. The thought process. My hair needs to be dried while it's cooking. I have a sink full of dishes back there that need to get taken care of from today's stuff. And I've got laundry to put in because now that we're working out more often, we're going to be going through clothes a little bit more often. So yeah, glad I worked out. That K-pop Demon Hunters ride was really good. I was able to stay, I did all the lifts, no problem. Very tired, and when I thought I was going to give up on and stop early, but I stuck with it and I stayed with it. I was going to stop after the 20-minute workout, but I said I was going to do a half an hour pretty much every day that I could. So after that, I did a 10-minute arms class. My arms are burning from yesterday's body pump class, but I still did it. So yes, exciting. So it's Wednesday, it's halfway through the week now. Things have already changed and altered quite a bit. So on Monday, it ended up snowing. I didn't feel comfortable driving to the gym, which is about 20 minutes away, and then home while it was snowing, just because it's the first snow of the year. People get a little bit crazy when that starts happening around here. So me and Jeff decided to just stay at home. I got on the Peloton. I did my Peloton class that day because I found out on Monday during the day that my family wanted to have dinner on Tuesday. So I knew Tuesday was going to have to be my rest day. So we've kind of altered things a little bit already. Monday was a really good day for eating. I felt like I ate really good that day. I didn't have any kind of snacks in between. I stayed within calories. I tracked everything. I didn't do so great with the water. That's the only problem there. Tuesday kind of fell apart. I ended up eating a bowl of cereal after I had eaten lunch that day. So it was kind of like, I didn't need to have that bowl of cereal. I wanted it, and I ended up letting my cravings take over. Then we did have a family dinner, so we went to fish fries. I felt like I did pretty good with fish fries, considering I usually eat 2 fish fries. I opted to eat 1. I brought a salad. So that was a little bit of a cutback there. I did also skip dessert at my grandmother's house when they brought that out. However, And then when I got home, it kind of fell apart again. I got home after dinner and I was craving something for dessert because I didn't eat dessert at the house. So I did end up getting into the freezer and I got an ice cream sandwich. I ate that. And then after Jeff got done with he worked out and after we got home, when he got done with the shower, right away I was like, do you want a pretzel? So I ended up making baked pretzels. I didn't need to have those either. So I made a couple mistakes on Tuesday, but that's, I mean, that we're human, right? It's going to be a struggle some days. I just have to try to catch myself when I'm in those moments and, opt to maybe have an apple or something like that instead. So today I'm trying to get right back on it. This morning I've had my egg scramble and I need to get some more water. We're already planning to go to the gym tonight. I'm going to do the strength workout, and for lunch I already have plans to have probably the turkey wrap today. And then dinner tonight is going to be, because everything shifted, dinner tonight will be the first home chef meal, which was the chicken verde tacos. So that should be relatively good. I believe those calories were pretty low for those. So let's just keep at it and we'll see how the rest of the week goes.
So we just got back from the gym. I am starting some dinner. We're doing some chicken verde tacos tonight. The gym was not what I was really planning. I was planning on doing a strength class, but there was a class, combat class in the room that I was going to use. So I had to change my plans, and instead I ended up just walking on the treadmill for 30 minutes, doing one of the Peloton treadmill classes. So yeah, we're gonna whip up these tacos and I'll show you what they look like at the end. So today's Friday. I am out at my dentist this morning for some work. I need to get a crown done. So maybe I'll have a hard time chewing today, we'll see. But anyway, beautiful day out today. Finally, it's been raining the past couple of days, so I'm feeling good today. Yesterday we had chicken penne pasta for dinner, and for breakfast I had my normal egg scramble, and for lunch I had the turkey roll-up salad type thing, and a little bit of leftovers we had from the other night. So my bads from yesterday were I did end up eating like a brownie that was supposed to be saved for me and Jeff. I have a bad habit sometimes of hiding food. It's gotten worse in the past couple of years. I don't remember ever doing it previously, but if there's something that I really like or I really want, sometimes I'll just put it into places that, like, I don't think that Jeff would look for it, or I take a bigger slice. If it's like a cake or something like that, then he would be getting. And I don't want to do that anymore. It doesn't make me feel good. I know I'm doing it in the moment. I know what I'm doing, and I just don't. It's not something I like doing. It makes me feel horrible, but the reality is that I do it. With the brownie, Jeff did, find it, and he did confront me about it. I felt bad about it. He made me feel extra bad about it. So I do know that I need to address this type of thing, and I'm gonna be more aware of it going forward, and to not do stuff like that. Today we're gonna look at the good. This morning I ordered a new scale. The scale that I have currently is like a Fitbit scale, so it connects to the Fitbit app. It's getting a little bit older and has some Wi-Fi connection issues. So I got a new scale for Renfo. I use their app for my tape measure, so I figured I can connect everything. It'll all be on the same app. That'll be great. I did measure myself this morning. Last time I measured myself was back in August, and I did lose like an inch around most areas. I'll review that at the end of the week. It's good to see some type of progress and know I'm kind of moving in the right direction. Gonna get back at it today. I'm gonna eat healthier. I'm gonna really try to focus. One of my big hurdles today is that after the dentist, typically I will do a Dunkin' Donuts run or go to Cumberland Farms and get these French toast tornadoes that I really love, kind of as a little reward for going to the dentist. I'm not gonna do that today. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna make my egg scramble. I'm gonna get my water, even though I really want to go and get the reward food that I usually give myself. I'm not going to do that. Especially after yesterday, I'm really going to make sure that I don't reward myself with food, or I don't sneak food.
or hide food or anything like that. It's an unhealthy mindset to have, and I need to get out of that. So here's to a much better day and today's struggle.
Today is Saturday. I'm on my way to the gym. There is a body balance class that I like to take. It starts at 10:15, so I'm on my way there now. And I like the body balance classes. They're easy to do for the most part, but I sweat so much doing them. I don't know why. I sweat more doing the body balance class than I do lifting weights and doing pump, which has got a little bit of cardio in it. It's pretty wild. But I also like this class because there's not a lot of people in it and it's helping me with my balance quite a bit. So they do like a mix of Pilates, yoga, there's some Tai Chi, stretching. It's kind of like a mix of a little bit of everything. On Sundays, there's a body pump class that I like to take. That class is pretty full, so I do need to get there kind of early to get a space. I like to be in the back. I just don't have the confidence to be any farther forward. But I'm growing on that confidence. There was a few weeks ago where I wasn't able to be in the back, so I went up a couple of rows, and I did okay. At first, I was a little bit self-conscious, but once the class started, it really wasn't that big a deal. Oh my gosh, there are police cars everywhere. I got a new scale this morning. I hooked that up to the Wi-Fi. It's got Bluetooth, so it connects to an app on my phone, which is really nice. So I'll be able to see like a graph chart of my weight, BMI, and all the stats that it gives, which a lot of them I'm not really interested in all honesty. I'm really not interested in too much of it. BMI would be important. Like I said in the beginning, I do really want to focus on a lot of long-term health care, and BMI is a big part of that. I know BMI scale is not the best thing to go off of, but when it comes to insurance companies, long-term care, stuff like that, they care about those numbers. I do want to have a setup. We're planning to be in a place financially where we'll be able to take care of ourselves long-term, and since we don't have children, I do need to have some kind of plan around that. That really does require thinking about long-term care and nursing aides and stuff like that as we get older. If we get to a point where we can no longer take care of ourselves, we need to hire somebody to be able to do that, because we do not have children who would be able to step in and set that up for us. So we need to kind of figure out a game plan for all that stuff now. So right now, the idea is to get healthier, so then that way we don't need to require that kind of care longer. I don't want to have hurt knees where I won't be able to bend over to clean the floor or to clean if something spills or something along those lines. I'm slowly trying to build the confidence to get down into the main part of the gym. There's a lot of people that usually go down there. A lot of them are very in shape, and I understand that a lot of them probably would encourage me to be down there with them and even help me or root me on. But in all honesty, it has a lot to do with my self-confidence, and I just do not have that ability to be able to go down there and not feel like I'm being a fool completely. I'm sure that'll come in time. I'm curious about it now. I'm definitely pushing myself to emotionally get past that barrier. So for right now, I like the classes because they're small classes, and I'm getting to know the people in the classes, and then maybe eventually by extension I'll get to move out to the main gym. I do like the treadmills and ellipticals, and all the cardio equipment is upstairs, so there's a lot less people typically up in those areas. So I got this scale hooked up this morning, and as part of hooking it up, I needed to stand on it basically to get it calibrated to my profile. And I was able to get a little sneak peek of how my weight's doing this week, and I will say it is looking pretty good. I'm very happy with where it's at right now. I know I still have 2 more days left of the week. I can tell you already at this point, I don't like to lose this much weight in a week. I do understand that I have changed a bit this week, so that fluctuation is going to happen. Hopefully it's making up for it with muscle gain, and hopefully it's just water weight along those lines, and it'll kind of even out. Anything above 2 pounds, I really don't like to aim for much more than that. If it does, great. I do understand that that's fantastic. But I know there's a healthy way to do this and an unhealthy way to do this. And hopefully it's not going to mess with my head and be like, oh, it's moving great. And then next week if I lose like a pound or less, or I go negative or I go positive, like I don't want that to mess up my progression and my consistency just because I made a change this week. So maybe like it pushed past whatever plateau I was sitting on previously. I don't plan to film during class. I feel like filming at the gym, I don't want to do it. I know there's like that whole stigma of like people filming themselves in the gym to post on YouTube and getting all like, mad about people. I don't know. There's just like bad culture around that and stuff. And I do understand there's a good way to do it and a bad way to do it. I don't plan on ever being a trainer. I'm just showing my journey, what I'm doing to get out of this mess that I'm in. And in all honesty, I want to have the gym and the space be a time for me focusing on me. And if I'm trying to do any kind of recordings in there, I kind of feel like that takes away from it a little bit. It takes away from my mindset in it and during it. So for the most part, I might film a clip here and there, maybe on a treadmill or something along those lines. I'm sure I'll pop on the treadmill this, today, just to have some kind of B-roll clip that's able to be used. But I know in the moment I'm going to want to just be focusing on what I'm trying to do and accomplish there. Every once in a while I may get a little clip here and there, like I said, but I think I'm going to keep it to myself, and I kind of like that idea actually.
Last day of the week. So after this week, we have definitely gotten a lot of consistency. I've gone to the gym a lot more than I normally do. My food was a little bit better. At least my lunches and breakfasts were definitely a lot better than they were previously. Especially breakfast has been really good. I've been liking the spinach scramble. I've changed to wheat toast at the end of the week. And I have for lunch, I've been doing the salads with a little bit of leftovers here and there when we have something. So, and you've seen the dinners throughout the week. So where we're at, I started the week at 262.8 pounds. I am now 259.8 pounds. That's 3-pound weight loss. I'm not mad about that. That's not too bad, considering that I've been struggling to lose anything. So I'll take 3 pounds. It might be all water weight. It could come back next week. Anything is better than nothing. As long as I'm hovering towards that low 260, I'm happy with that rate. If you enjoyed hanging out with me this week and following my progress, please hit subscribe, throw me a like, anything. I'm a new vlogger. I'm still getting used to all this. Any kind of support is more than appreciated right now. I have a vlog next week, or not a vlog, I'm sorry. I have a video I'm filming next week for a pantry organization to get my food supplies a little bit better. I know I definitely have some expired stuff. I'm sure I have some unhealthy stuff that's in my pantry. I just need to clean it all out. Plus, a big part of this channel is also going to be organizing those messes that are just, my normal life has stuff everywhere. Me and my husband both work from home, so we're constantly here. Normally 40 hours a week for people, you're away from your home in an office or in some type of work type setting, whereas we are here in this house making a mess of it constantly all week long. So it has gotten out of control around here. I really need to just lock in and get these spaces cleaned, get these spaces decluttered. We're going to start with the pantry, which is most important to my fitness stuff right now. It is a mess. I have a lot of anxiety over taking care of this, but we're going to handle it next week. So if you'd like to see that, please come back next week. We'll be posting that on Tuesday. And thanks for joining me again. Keep your bags light and your spirits lighter. See you later. Bye.